Everybody, 'tis a lovely yet brisk day in the neighborhood. How about we do a little bit of show and tell? All right. I've received a couple sabers today, and the first of the two, we'll review the second one in another video. But the first is a Saberforge Gen 3 Eco Progenitor, and that's what you see before you. So I have this progenitor with the standard blue blade, and it's outfitted with the brown leather wrap. Okay, so let's go from one end to the other. So there's your pommel. Okay, and no Sharpies. Let's see. The edges of this are a little bit sharp, but the openings are so small, you're probably not going to injure yourself. The wonderful thing about this pommel is the sound has the opportunity to come out the sides, kind of like it does with my Electrum Saber Crafts Remnant. So I appreciate that. Now, this saber is meant to exude, that's a lovely word, I love that, exude, the feel of a Graflex. So in that vein, you have this middle section, which is usually would be engraved with the Graflex logo on a true Graflex saber. I thought about comparing, having a Graflex with us here to have a comparison, but that's for another video. All right, so as y'all know, this screw and that screw holds this assembly in place. Okay, and I believe they usually have a screw that holds no, maybe they don't. All right. Where was I? Restart. Okay, so your recharge port. And people are always asking, do they come with a cable, a cord, a recharge cord? Yes, here's your recharge cord. I have about 30 of these, so that will remain wrapped. And, of course, it has a lighted switch. This particular saber runs the amber LED, which I find is just a fancy word for orange. It's not the blood orange, just more of a standard lighter orange. And the lighted switch here is also in that same orange, so that's really nice. And here you go. You've got your retention screw for the LED, retention screw for the blade. I'm not sure. This thing doesn't really seem to do anything. It's more decorative, or maybe it holds. I'm actually going to take the blade out at some point, so we'll see what this does. We'll find out, and we'll find out what the good stuff is. So, anyway, choke point here with black anodization, as one usually finds on these sabers. Little decorative groovages here that go all the way around. You can see that this sort of like simulates a bit of a box. That's what they do with the Gen 3s, is they kind of, anything that would normally have a control box, they sort of just square it off. And that's fine. That's fine. That's good. It's good. You get your little slanted S-type emitter here. And here's the really neat stuff. So you've got this little circle here and here. And those simulate the little circlets around the emitter of Graflex. I mean, usually there's like a couple of little brass thingamadoobies in there. But if you were creative enough, you could probably cobble something together. You could maybe use some Loctite or some glue of some sort, and find something that could simulate that and insert that in there, or you could just paint in there, what have you. Me, I'm a purist. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then they also have this wonderful little beveled hole here that simulates the lens that every Graflex has. And I really like that, because when you light up the saber, obviously this lights up. Of course, as usual, per standard operating procedure, this comes with a 32-inch Infinity V4 blade. And it also, and I've never shown this before, comes with a Reactor Blade plug, which is nice. So when you receive your saber, this is in, and obviously you get all your little tools and bits and baubles. And let's turn this thing on. All right, you all know the routine by now, I would hope.
Power on.
Now I'm going to say that this unfortunately is one of those Gen 3s that uses Viridian and it has a wonky soundboard. So I received 2 sabers today. One has a wonky soundboard and the other one most definitely does not have a wonky soundboard. So I went 1 for 2. So we turn that on. You can see your blade all lit up, all nice and shiny. Now I haven't recharged this thing, so it could be a little bit dimmer than usual, but I don't think so. Because y'all know that when these things start getting low on juice, they start behaving a little irregularly. So let's turn that off. Whoop. Turn on the lockup instead. Let's not do that again. Success. Okay. So let's turn on Viridian.
Saberforge Viridian.
So you can see what this particular saber does. It has a mind quite all its own. And I chalked that up to a batch of bad boards. But, you know what? I basically use this thing muted. And I have plenty of other Gen 3s that work perfectly. As a practitioner of Bushido, I tend to be a little bit more tolerant than some people might be with certain things. Anyway, there's your old blaster block. Whoops. You lock up. And I'll use my leg as a sample. I guess I didn't have to injure my leg to prove a point. Anyway, oh, yes. There you go. There's your little lit faux lens there. Very nice indeed. And of course, your switch. Was I saying that this had amber? Oh my god. I'm already thinking about my review that I'm going to be doing for my aggressor, so I apologize for that. I'm a space cadet. I had the most amazingly difficult week at work, and my brain is completely, it's KO'd, so please forgive me for that. I'm not going to redo this. You're just going to have to deal with it. So anyway, matching blue. Alright, let's turn this thing off. So let's find out what this, what the deal is with this screw. Let's see if I can do this. Left is loose, right is tight. Everybody knows that, right? Or left. Okay, come on now. There you go. All right. Okay, slide that off. Come on, cooperate. There we go. So, oh, get in frame. Where are you? Okay, there. Yeah, so that screw is purely decorative. My guess is that this is supposed to kind of simulate the bunny ears in some kind of strange way. They probably just wanted to add some form of detail to kind of make this differentiate from the Ranger somewhat. At any rate, let's turn this off.
Power off.
Okay, so there you have it. This is the Saberforge Gen 3 Economy Progenitor, and I'll go up and down it one more time. Unfortunately, this does suffer from we're gonna have to come up with a name for what the soundboard does. I've called it slap happy, but it's more than slap happy. It's annoying is what it is. And I really like the wrap. They did a very good job on the wrap. They did a fine job. And there's your pommel. They got your standard little mesh in there. And that's that. So, finally got a good look at what they're going to be releasing for the Gen 4 line. One of the things that was very interesting is they're re-releasing for the Gen 4 line. It looks like, can you please just stay there? Boom. Okay. It looks like they're re-releasing all of the some of the retired designs. They've remodeled them into Gen 4's economy sabers. One of them is the Consular. And I don't know what all the other ones are because they just showed pictures of all 6 of them. But it's kind of various and sundry reissues, as it were. One of the things that I found really, really enticing is they are releasing, apparently, a Gen 4 economy Bastion. And that is my favorite Hilt design. It's well, you know that if you've watched my videos. And it looks exactly like a Bastion. And I've been wanting to get a Bastion Shoto, but I haven't had the money. But I can afford a Gen 4 Bastion. So a Gen 4 Bastion with 3 fonts and whatever blabbity blues that comes with, I'm all on board with that. So much so that I'll probably end up getting all 3 versions because I'm a psychopath and I like that design, and if I like something, I just go for it. And so I'll be getting the weathered version, definitely. I'll get the regular version, and I'll get the black version. And each one will have a different LED. I'll finally get my purple, and then I'll probably get a green because I haven't gotten a green. I want to show you guys the green. You want to see the green? I think I've had all the other colors, but I don't know. Maybe for the weathered one, maybe I'll go red. Maybe that'll be my Sith. Yeah. At any rate, so this is as I said, this is the Progenitor. So now you know what to expect if you get one. Now I would have to say that the odds that you get one with a board that does exactly what this one does is rather high. So expect that. If that's a real issue for you, you'll be sending it back to Saberforge to have them do whatever they do. I still haven't received my my stalwart yet. I don't know what they're doing. I still think they probably sent it to China to be worked on because they don't do they don't do those things there. You know what I mean? They do them in China. So there's probably some shipping time involved, and I would just actually prefer that they just go, okay, this thing's a piece of crap, and give me a brand new one, the same exact thing, one that works. But I would suggest Saberforge. They say that they test these things before they send them out. Yeah, I don't know what they're testing them for, but they're not testing them for what this thing does. So that needs to be addressed. Hopefully I think they're probably just sending them out regardless of whether they're working properly or not, because they want to get rid of them. And then people like me will sit there and deal with it and accept my fate and accept a saber that kind of makes funky noises and does unpredictable things. I think that pretty much makes me a fool. Yeah, I'm pretty much a fool. At any rate, I think I've blithered on quite enough. So I'm going to let you guys go. And, oh boy, I've got so many sabers coming now. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Anyway, so I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the afternoon. I'm going to be doing a review of the Aggressor. And that's a weathered version with a red leather wrap. And that is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Gen 3 Eco. And it's the most comfortable, and the soundboard is minty flawless. So I did get lucky in that regard. That video I'm going to hopefully be able to send to Sidious figure out how to use Dropbox and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of you guys' hair, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you'll comment. Hopefully you'll like it. Maybe you'll subscribe. That would be really cool. I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, my love to you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Take care now. Bye.